Welcome, welcome back. Today we will discuss about array, slice, map and range. So array is nothing but a data structure which is provided by Go to hold the data of a similar type. It means if you are you can hold the data of only integer type or only string data type. So once you define the limitation it has, once you define the size of an array, it can hold only those many number of elements. Example, like if you say I want to define an array which holds 5 values, so you cannot increase the size from 5 to 6. So that's a limitation for the array. uh, the next point is about the index element. In array, index element is always a numeric value, it cannot be a string. We can also define array using ellipsis, or you can define the array in a classic way. We will see that in few minutes. I'll show you the code exactly how it is done. Next item is a slice. Slice gives the added advantage over the array. The added advantage over the slice is you can append the new element after defining the initial size. If you define the initial size, that's a one. And second advantage is you can get the subsection of a slice or array. That's a plus of slice. Otherwise it's pretty much abstraction over the array. So it's the same, it has the index element which is always numeric in a nature, and array slice is always you can extract the data out of it. And there is one limitation, which is you cannot delete the element from slice. So next point is map, associative array. So map is nothing but an associative array. In other programming language like PHP, you call it associative array. uh, JavaScript also supports the associative array, and I guess in Java we call it a map. So added advantage is you can add any number of element. Once you define, you can add or remove the element from the map. So these are the three different data structures which are supported by Go. um, and next is a range. Range keyword is used for looping over the data which is defined in the array or map. So that's a basic purpose of range. If you are using a range for array and slice, it returns the index and as an integer value and then actual value. If you are using it as a map, it returns the key of a next key value pair. So that is how range behaves. So let's go and see the code base. um, so here we have the package declaration, then we are importing the formatting package and our main function. So main function, I have written two counter variables I and j of integer type. Then I'm defining two array elements. So this is how we define the var num array of size 5. What type of data it is going to hold? It is an integer data type here, and then it is having the 5 values. So this is how you have to enclose values in the curly braces. So that is the classic way of defining the array. The second way, we can define array using the ellipsis, that is 3 dot. So you enclose those 3 dot in place of the specific size. So how does the ellipsis behaves? So when you are compiling a program, compiler decides on the fly what type of value it has. Based on the value, it mentions the or allocates the data type to a variable. So that is how ellipsis works. So the next line we have is like we are just looping through the grade and printing the values on the terminal. Similarly, we are printing the number array values. So let's go and see the slice. So how exactly it is different from the defining the array? So here we are not, see, if you remember, we have seen the here the classic variable declaration of the array type. Here we specify the value. Here in case of slice, we do not specify the value. That's a one way of declaring the slice. And second is you use the make using the make method, which allocates the memory and initialize the value but it doesn't return the pointer like the other options we have in the Go. So that is how example like new is a keyword which returns the pointer, whereas make doesn't return any pointer variable as a return value. So let's go and see what slice of number slice 2 is doing. So we have the number slice variable here. We, after defining the 8 initial values, it has initial 8 values, and then we are calling the append method on the number slice. So we are using the append method here. We are appending data to the same array and returning it to the same slice, my bad. And then we are appending the 3 more values, 9, 10 and 11, and then we are printing the data from a slice. Using the length method, we are determining the size and we are printing the data. So that's it pretty much about the slice. We will see the next, which is map. So we saw the use of make method. Similarly, we can use the map. Explicitly we have to mention map of a data type. So here either it can be integer or string. Here it can be integer or string, depends on the usage. You can have it. So let's see what we are defining. We have defined here the country map as a variable. So we are again using the dynamic declaration type here, colon equal to, and then we are assigning a value to a map. So we have defined here the country map. Okay, and then we are printing the country map here using the range keyword. So this is how we can define. So we say country as a variable which holds the value as an index. So this is how we are printing the data from the map. So range is returning currently for map, it is only returning the index element, and using that index element we are fetching the value from map. So this is how you define the range or use the range. So other way you can use, let's say if you want to see map, whatever the value you are searching exist inside the map or not. If it doesn't exist, you can throw the error. So the classic way of writing in a Go is like use the OK variable. You will see that in the inbuilt libraries, most of the places, or even Go developer usually write it this way to check if it is an error or OK is used. So I'm saying it is if it is error, that value will be assigned to the OK. If there is a value, it exists, it will be assigned to the capital. If it is OK, then you are printing the value, otherwise you are saying it is not there. Next is we are saying we are calling the delete method on the country map. Let's say I want to delete this particular value from the France. So let's go and first run the data structure 5 code base. So let's see what it is doing. So first thing, here we have defined the array element of a grade type. So we are printing the array of a grade which has a 3 value 2, 3 and 5. Next is array of number 5. So that is printed here. Then we are showing the subsection of a slice, which is okay. There is one more thing I forgot to mention earlier, that is the length and capacity. So actual capacity we have the 5, whereas we are using only 3 values here in the substring of the element. Here I have mentioned 3 and 5. So currently by default it is when you are defining the slice, it initializes with the 0 value. Okay, and then we are actually adding the value to the number slice. So here is the number slice 2, which is printing the value from, initially we declared the up to 8 variable, up to 8, and then later on we have appended 9, 10 and 11. That is it. And the next section, we are taking the slice of an array. Earlier I forgot to mention about the slice section. So let's see what it is doing. So number slice, we have number slice up to 11. And what I'm doing here is I'm pulling the value from 2 to 5, that is 2, 3 and 4. Second slice I'm taking, that is from first element to the up to the second, that is 0 and 1. And next one I'm pulling everything after 4, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that is up to the last element. So this is how slice, or you can pull the subsection of a slice. So let's go and run the next program. Okay, so let's see what all values we have here. So we have the capital of Italy is Rome. So we have dumped the map here, the value of map, and then we have deleted the map element France, and after deleting we are again printing the value of map. So this is how it behaves. So it's just a small example for you. Entire code base will be available in the GitHub, so you can refer it from there. I'll make sure the link is available in the video. Thank you so much. Let's connect in the next video again.